Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Yannick. And this is indeed the latest film from director Quentin Dupieux, and he has previously done Rubber, Deer Skin, and Smoking Causes Coughing, and a whole bunch of Mandibles, some of the craziest, weirdest, outlandish kinds of films that you're going to find. And this might be one of his more accessible, but it's still a wild and crazy ride, as Yannick focuses on a man, a night guard, who winds up taking off and going to this performance of Le Cocu, which is the cuckolds, interrupts this performance and winds up hijacking this theater and being like, I could write something better. And this hour and 7-minute film is quite the wild ride. And Dupieux is just such a talented, crazy, creative kind of filmmaker. And what he does with this film is fascinating because there's so much tension. And he's just able to keep ratcheting it up over the course of this hour and 7 minutes. And there's just so many wild cards here. It really captures an interesting look at classism and the elitism that might be attached to the arts, and also the value of art and gatekeeping the arts and who's able to actually be an artist and who can define that. And this film really hits on a lot of those themes in a interesting and impactful kind of way, especially for a film that's only an hour and 7 minutes. It's well shot, it's well structured, it builds that tension, all the way up to its final moments where you're kind of just left like, something can horribly go wrong in this situation. Will it? Maybe we don't know. But this film, the story is like worst nightmare kind of thing of like, you're trying to do a performance and somebody just stops you and tells you you're doing a shit job and completely takes things off the rails. There's some roadblocks along the way. The importance of who has the gun obviously becomes very significant. And this man, Yannick, is in conflict with the audience and in conflict with the three actors on stage. And as this film builds, it gets to a fever pitch in terms of that tension. And like, is that gun going to go off? Is it going to hit the person they mean to, or could it be accidentally shooting somebody? There's all that tension lying under the surface. And Raphael Quenard, who plays Yannick, is such a great performer in this, brings such an interesting, very specific kind of personality that really makes this work. You also have Pio Marmé, who is one of the actors on stage who really gets a big moment in this film to shine. And whether it's Blanche Gardin, Sebastian Cassagna, or anybody else who's involved in the film, those both are the other two actors. Everybody gets some interesting moments to shine, and there's a wide range of different kinds of character reactions as a situation. And, it's a strange and uncomfortable and unnerving experience. And it's a wild and crazy ride. It might be one of the most accessible films that Dupieux has ever made. But what he's doing here is still taking this high concept idea, like what if somebody hijacked a theater show because they weren't having a good time, and this is like this is a crazy possible outcome for that, but it's still really realistic, and that's what feels really impactful here. And this film is wild and crazy, but also has that humanity and connection to it, which makes it a worthwhile watch. But those are my thoughts on Yannick. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.